Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Thursday, the 21st day of April. Here we go. Well, Thursday night, it's going to be the search for Chametz. And here are a couple things that I want you to know before the search. You know that there's a custom to put out 10 pieces of bread before the search begins. And I want to talk to you a little bit about that. First of all, it's not a bad idea to wrap each of those bread crumbs in something like a tissue paper because bread crumbs have crumbs fall off of them, and you've just been cleaning your house really well from chametz. And if you put out 10 pieces of bread with the crumbs that they leave behind, it's kind of going against what you want to have accomplished. So think about that and maybe wrap them in tissue or something like that. I know some people go around with a feather and a spoon, and that's good too, to catch any of the crumbs. But just you don't want to be creating more chametz and more of a mess when you put out the stuff, so do be careful about that and try to make certain that maybe they're wrapped or some way that crumbs aren't spreading when you put out the 10 crumbs. Okay, also when you put them out, you know that the person searching is really supposed to be searching the entire house. So if you're just playing a game of hot and cold with him and basically hinting to him where the 10 pieces are and you're done in 4 minutes, then you're not really doing the full search. The search is really to go through the entire house and look for chametz, and along the way we like to find the 10 pieces, but you're not supposed to signal to right where they are. So no, it should not take 10 hours and be up all night doing it. Come on. I mean, the next night is the Seder and you do need to get some sleep, but it should also not take 4 minutes. It should be a good thorough search of the house. I don't want to put a time on it, but it's certainly more than 4 minutes. It's a good chunky search of the house. I would suggest that you go around even with pad and paper and write down some little things that you notice along the way, like, oh, we didn't take this out of the medicine cabinet yet, or we haven't checked these somethings yet for whatever, and oh my gosh, there's hand sanitizer in this spot. Let's after we search, let's make sure to put that away. So, and remember, there's no talking. There is a bracha at the beginning of the search, and we don't want to have any talking go on. If it's talking that's related to the search, like bring the flashlight closer so that I could see, then okay, sure, you're allowed to do that. But no unnecessary talking should be done until the search is over. Okay, now to the candle of flashlight or candle. To the question of flashlight or candles. So listen, the candle was the way the Jews always did the search forever. So some people like to still use the candle because traditionally it was the thing that Jews were always doing, and we would like to. So I see a lot of people still start with the candle, and one person uses it generally to kind of lighten, brighten the room a little bit where they're searching. But certainly where a flashlight is more effective, and it is more effective for going under the drapes and under the couch where you can't put the candle, because you'll start a fire. So certainly in situations like that, it's very appropriate to use a flashlight, and you can have that flashlight go right under the couch, right under the easy chair, right under the curtains, and certainly use it. You might think, well, why don't I just do one better? Why don't I just have all the lights on during the search? So I want you to know that the Gemara discusses that and says that it might seem counterintuitive, but having the lights off in the house while using a candle or a flashlight is actually the best way to search, because when the light from your candle or flashlight, shines on a corner, it's kind of throws the attention onto that corner better, and the shadows, show you what's here and there. So that's why we do it with the lights off. It really is an effective way to search when suddenly the light of the candle or the flashlight, does that corner and brings everything into full view. That's the way we like to do our searching. Okay, and I do want to tell you also that the kol chamira v'chamia that we say both at the search and the one that we say on the morning of the burning of the chametz, it is a good idea. Don't be embarrassed at all if you say it in English also, out of the translation from your Haggadah, because it is something that's not supposed to be abracadabra. You're supposed to understand what you're saying and what it is that you're nullifying. So go ahead and say it in the Aramaic and also in English, and don't be embarrassed about it, because it is something that you're supposed to understand, and it's not supposed to be like hocus pocus abracadabra. You need to understand that you're nullifying your chametz for Pesach. Thanks for logging on. Log on again on Erev Pesach for one more law for Erev Pesach, and then we'll try and give you more during Chol HaMoed. Bye-bye.